Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for tuning in. And we have breaking news here, masking CNN here. I tried doing a video with me holding the mic and walking around, but it didn't work out very well. And I found that the sound quality has been a bit diminished in the past videos, so I'm keeping the mic a bit closer to me as I continue. This is kind of a test. I do need better equipment here, but for now, this will do. Also, this is my first night video, so it will look a little bit darker and more mysterious. And this is episode 9, titled Scorpio Ascendancy. The ranks are thinning. This changes everything, and guns. In case anyone is wondering, I'm a Sagittarius with my moon in Pisces and my ascendancy in Scorpio. And don't get me wrong, I don't believe in astrology, but everyone had fun with it decades ago. I had someone do my charts about 40 years ago, and it was actually pretty interesting reading it. And I guess that the water signs of Pisces and Scorpio reduced the fire of Sagittarius a bit. And Sagittarius is considered to be the craziest of the signs. And the Scorpio ascendancy was interesting too. One comment in the profile that I recall was that when I enter a room, people notice me, that I have a presence. I'm like, yeah, right. I have not seen any evidence of that in my many years. So much for the accuracy of astrological charts. Something's not right there. But I can be intense and passionate, which are traits of Scorpio ascendancies, and no one knows that more than Mary. The problem is that I'm both under the wrong circumstances. When I should be one or the other, I'm not. And right now, God, do I miss the people that I knew that have passed. So many wonderful people gone forever. I really would like to see these people again, if only, and I know that we all share this. And as W.C. Fields said, the ranks are thinning. I love this term, this changes everything. You know, when they make this claim in commercial ads, since it seems that every other product in the past 15 years or so makes this claim about the product or service. I don't think an app or a car or Bitcoin or almond milk is going to change everything. The only things that I know that will change everything is either an asteroid or climate change. I don't like guns. I don't like people with guns. I think every gun should be melted down so the components could be used for a higher purpose. And I know that this is folly. It's never going to happen. There's just way too many murders occurring daily in our country and the world, and most are for absolutely no reason. Guns make it way too easy to kill someone, and maybe as a starting point, we can have a national law that prohibits guns for anyone under 40. I don't know of any teenager individual in their 20s that need a gun. And lastly, the NRA should be abolished, and the NRI. I believe it was Sigmund Freud that said, know thyself. For me personally, I know parts of myself, but I still surprise myself and don't have the self-control that I should have. But life is quite challenging, and I think that no one really knows someone else, and sometimes I feel that most people don't even know themselves. People can easily make the claim that they know themselves, but I don't believe most of them. I guess you could put that on a tombstone too, but I think that most people would pass on this one. And am I delusional? Absolutely. Who wants to have no illusions and see only black and white? We all know what life can be like. It's a slippery slope with lots of gray area, disillusionments, and multiplicities. I'll never stop having delusions. They help make life real. You know, I could be depressed right now, but I don't have the time or space, and I'm most likely not deep enough to be down and out. Plus, I have way too much stuff to do to get depressed. I have this weird thing with underrated and overrated lists. I love doing them. I'll do my latest one a little further down in the reading. And I've done 5 family eulogies over the years, one each for mom and dad, and one for my sister-in-law, and one for an uncle, and one for a cousin. Except for my sister-in-law, they were very likely the easiest writing that I've ever done. Everything just flowed, and I had so many memories with mom and dad, and my uncle Chris and cousin Buzz, that I probably spent no more than a half hour on each. Family deaths stir up quite a few memories, and our extended family hasn't lacked for eulogies and memories. We had a very interesting family with my mom having 5 sisters and my father having 3 brothers. All of them were delightful people, including the 14 cousins. Our families could not have been better. I have made the claim that I am responsible, or I was the original person who refused to wear neckties. I wore them from 1986 to 2004 on my jobs in the city and decided one day in 2004 not to wear them anymore. Fortunately, my boss was a nice guy, and he noticed over several weeks that I wasn't wearing my tie anymore in the office. He approached me one day and pointed out that I wasn't wearing my tie, and he was cool with it, but he told me just make sure that you have a tie in the office with you all the time. I have not worn a tie since that day, and slowly over time, I noticed that more and more men were going tieless. So I take full credit for starting this strangulation liberation since wearing ties was literally one of my least favorite things to do. I need all the oxygen I can get to the brain every day, and wearing a tie was obstructing it. And ties look stupid, make no sense, and are very uncomfortable. We need to relax more. And it is strange that ever since that day, more and more guys were going tieless. Maybe I was a trendsetter, giving myself too much credit here. When I write, I occasionally include my wife in some of my compositions. I'm not always that kind to her, but if she took up writing, she would do likewise to me. But I'm the writer, and since she has no interest whatsoever in what I write, I can say whatever I like. And there are way too many pizza places in the United States, and about 90% of them produce a lousy product. But again, being from New Haven, Connecticut, we're pizza experts. My left arm is getting numb here. We have the best pizza in the world, bar none, and we don't call it pizza in New Haven. It's pronounced abitz. Most pizza in this country is horrible. And there should be no zero tolerance programs in the world. Consequently, we should have zero tolerance for zero tolerance programs. It's as if no one is allowed to make a mistake, unless, of course, you're in a certain political party. We should have a 1-year moratorium on fishing and worldwide. We can live a year without eating fish. They're an invaluable resource. And never assume that people know what you know. It's a fatal flaw. Just because you know something, that doesn't mean that they know it also. And don't wear your knowledge like a badge. Knowledge is not wisdom. And we need major reform with lobbyists in this country. And why, you ask? Because they're running our country, not the government. Our country is run like a carnival or a town bazaar. Everything comes at a price, and big money wins all the time. And I'm going to stop here. And thank you.